So my talk begins with really looking at what the World Economic Forum's gender gap for India is, which has slipped 28 places to rank 140th among 156 countries in 2021, becoming the third worst performer in South Asia. Among the drivers of this decline is a decrease in women's labor force participation rate, which fell from 24.8% to 22.3%. In addition, the share of women in professional and technical roles declined further to 29.2%. The share of women in senior and managerial positions also remains low. Only 14.6% of these positions are held by women, and there are only 8.9% firms with female top managers, the report said. Further, the estimated earned income of women in India is only 1/5 of men's, which puts the country among the bottom 10 globally on this indicator, it said. Conversely, 96.2% of the educational attainment sub-index gender gap has been closed, with parity achieved in primary, secondary, and tertiary education. This is really amazing, good news. So amazing good work has been done by the many, many initiatives that we have seen that the government has undertaken. My work, though, through the institutions that I am running, has focused mainly on professional and technical roles. It is the gender equity in question for both girls and boys, let's say in the state of Chhattisgarh. It is a Hindi-speaking belt, and the children have huge aspirations, and I will share with you, I launched my university only during COVID actually, so it's just 2 years old. So it's very, very young, very new. And a lot of time, it took about 12 years to make, so a lot of time went in formatting and getting the clearances and putting the vision together. So I'll just share some of the ideas that we have put together to help take care of partly the gender divide, both for the girls and the boys in some ways. Our tagline for the university is a world-class career university with a soul. And our mission is to prepare students to understand, contribute to, and succeed in a rapidly changing society, thus making the world a better and more just place. We seek to provide you with the tools so that you can develop professional and entrepreneurial skills in field of your interest and pursue more fluid and flexible career pathways. Our andragogy and curriculum design is a small class size, only maximum 30 students to a class, with a lot of experiential and practical workshops, so they have to do group projects, Harvard case studies, and simulations. Mandatory internship for all. Since we're speaking of AI, I can give you some of the innovative courses that we have launched, let's say in the BTech in AI. Students have to, just so that they get more self-awareness and empathy, do at least 7 courses in liberal arts and sciences in subjects such as the art of conversation, critical and creative thinking, Indian ethos and mindful leadership, ethics from Harvard, science of happiness, environmental science, and skills of lifelong learning. These courses actually are mandatory in all our degree programs and really greatly help in making each of our students aware of themselves, of their empathy, and aware of different genders and the demands of their community and society. Students need to do community projects, spending at least 2 weeks in a nearby village, helping to solve an issue. And these are just some of the offline activities that are part of the curriculums. Scholarships for girls are given. Our last intake gave a scholarship to each and every girl student. Today we have, the ratio is still quite low. We have 30% girl students in the total community so far. Our faculty, there we have got a ratio of 50% women, 50% men. Each of our faculty is trained to listen and develop an understanding of an individual student's life and aspirations beyond the classroom, so that they can empower students and guide them in acquiring the knowledge necessary to achieve their goals. Faculties are assessed by their students through the NPS score. Through our co-op model, which is in partnership with industry, they have developed the curriculum, ensuring 100% internships for all of our students so far. Our leadership, if I was to look at that, here we are quite unusual. Our chairwoman is a woman, Dr. Beena Modi, and my vice chancellor in charge, Dr. Monica Sethi, is also a woman. So, but the balance positions is also 50-50. So in some ways, we are really trying to model that women can and must have a role in the top positions and should be able to make a difference no matter where we are in the ladder. A big contribution we did in the design of our campus, where we involved Indian architects as well as global architects, use sustainable materials. We use babool wood to make the most beautiful yoga and mindful center of 5,800 square feet, mainly to show the importance of all-round development for a student as they get on their journey of life, that they can really embrace all the wonders of our Indian ethos system. I'll give you another example from another company of mine, which deals with our nurse staffing. And in that company, we mainly focused on jobs in the USA and the UK market. We put the nurses directly in touch with the agencies and hospitals overseas, ensuring that there is ethical, credible pay for our nurses, same as international nurses. I would like to share one inspirational story that shows how through education, a nurse was able to reach senior leadership position in the USA hospital at par with any US position of a nurse in America. Uma Gopakumar, she was a GNM nurse who was working in Delhi when she came to us in 2003. We helped her pass the American licensure exam, which is the NCLEX, the IELTS exam, got her interviewed in the largest hospital in Arizona, USA, helped with her paperwork for her green card, for her and her family. In 2005, Uma joined her family, along with her family, in Arizona at one of the best hospitals in Arizona. In the last 17 years, Uma has done many qualifications, all in the US. She became a BSN nurse first, then she became an MSN. Later, she finally became a doctor of practice, all the while working and studying, doing both things simultaneously. She now owns a home, 2 cars. Her son has studied health science at ASU, one of the top universities in Arizona. Today, her annual salary is upwards of $110,000. She's truly an inspiring journey of what women can achieve if they are given the right education, the right opening of the doors, as well as the right opportunities. I think that Indian women can go anywhere in the world. Lastly, at a personal level, I can share my own journey. I was married in an arranged match at the age of 20, while in the first year of BCom honors from LSR. I finished the balance of my course through correspondence, but even though I was working in a family business, I could say there was a glass ceiling. The bachelor's degree did not really do much. After 15 years, I went for my master's to Arizona, and I studied at Thunderbird with 2 small children, and I got my MBA in international management, worked for 3 years professionally in the USA in the healthcare and cosmetics industry, came back to India. My father, late Shri K.K. Modi, made me an equal partner in our companies, which is quite unusual because I have 2 brothers and it's not necessarily the norm. I feel blessed that with the support of my father and my mother, Dr. Beena Modi, who is now currently the managing trustee of our group, he showed confidence in us women, and thus a small change began for us even in the context of business families in India. Thank you very much.